there's this sort of incestuous thing going on with AI where the biggest companies are investing in the biggest names and the biggest names are making commitments to the biggest companies. And when do
It's
those promises
like a
come true?
circle. Yeah. And
Yeah,
when back to our conversation, when are we gonna see those promises materializing or not?
right. And then we should all be worried about that because even if you invest in an index fund in your 401k, right? If you're invested in the S&P 500, go look at where the growth in the S&P 500 has come from, right? You can count it on two hands the number of companies that have really driven a majority of that growth and that
That
make up a
growth.
majority of that market cap. So I'm no economist and there are people who are like so much better versed on this stuff than I am from a
Mhm.
market analytics standpoint, but there's some real risk in the market right now around AI. And I think we should all be ready, for a little bit of a correction here at some point in the future. I don't know when it comes, what it looks like, but it feels overblown to me. Just the
Yeah.
money itself. Not technology is great. It's going to change the world. I do believe that too. But much like valuations for companies in the internet.com area got ahead of where the technology adoption was.
The actual value.
Yeah. So it's all about corrections.
Where all this is heading and what that correction will look like in a few years from now as we continues to embed AI in everything that we do and see if all that materializes or as you were saying, potentially may be a bubble that at some point will have to correct itself. I don't think we're going to go away from it. I think this is it. We are on it, but the correction will probably happen at some point.
Yeah, which by the way is going to be great for young people
Yeah,
because they need an opportunity to buy into a market that's realistic, right?
absolutely.
It's going to stink for the older folks out there, but young people need these market corrections to get into the market, right? Look at what's happening with housing. We don't have to go down this path, but like,
No, but it's an interesting topic because it's back to the old tale winners and losers, right? We're
hmm
going to see it on this one. And I think
yeah,
those are the extremes
yeah.
that may benefit more or not.